Hey Aries, this is your August reading. My name's Renee and this is Natural Mystic Messages, and let's get straight to it. Now first off, we're going to pull Oracle, get an overall sense of what is going on for you. I am not getting a lot, Aries, which is can be good or bad, we'll have to see. Okay, that's why I'm not getting a lot. We have Solitude and we have Balancing Act. So basically these cards have been so forthright, and they're telling me that you have gone into sort of hermit mode, just sort of taking some time for yourself, and you're trying to balance something out. What that is exactly, I don't know, Aries, but something has gone on that's made you pull back and retreat, and something's gone on that's made you sort of like you're an Aries, you know, you're straight in, you're forthright, you're you know what you want. For you to have to pull back and figure that out, something sort of scared you into almost submission is what I'm hearing. Let's pull the cards and find out. Oh, Aries. Three of Swords. Who hurt you, Aries? Tell me. I'm going to hurt them for you. A broken heart. Broken promises. Something's been broken. You feel betrayed. Whatever the situation is, you're feeling betrayed. Okay. So we've got a Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Did you? For some of you, you spoke up. You and this took a lot of courage is what I'm hearing. This wasn't like something you'd normally do. Maybe you spoke about feelings when you were scared to do it. I'm feeling a vulnerability. And what you got back in return was not what you were expecting. And even less than what worst case scenario is what I'm getting. Maybe they acted very immaturely. Like this could be a boss, this could be a co-worker, a family member, this could be a partner. But whatever it was, you sort of, and I feel like maybe you got advice to speak up, or you'd heard this advice maybe through another reading and you thought, yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to speak up. What's the worst that could happen? And the worst than the worst happened, which has sort of made you, like it's brought up trust issues. You're not knowing if you did the wrong thing by speaking up. I'm almost hearing, see, this is why I don't do this. This is why I keep things to myself. This is heavy, Aries. I can't even pick the cards up. Okay, let's figure out what else is going on. Always picked last. That might be for some of you. This is a really heavy reading, Aries. So we've got the Moon. Now, this can be like going within and self-love and self-care and that type of thing, and quiet time. Or it could be that you're delving into secrets, or secrets are being revealed to you. So maybe this person's behavior, or however this situation has played out, has shown you the true colors and the true nature. But whatever it is, it's left you feeling alone. And I think for a long time, you always assumed you could lean on this situation or this person or whatever it was. There was a suggested feeling of comfort there, but now you're feeling very much out in the cold from that situation. Or maybe this is a group of friends that you're feeling sort of on the out with. And basically you're just wanting to move on from the situation. They may be calling and trying to fix things, or that may be coming up in the future, but whatever it was so hurtful that you're almost too embarrassed to face them. Like the pain it's running quite deep. I'm sorry, this is so heavy, Aries. This is not where I wanted to go with you when I picked up. And I think that's why I was feeling nothing in that stillness. It's like you've just locked down and you don't even want to talk about it. And I'm sorry if me talking about it is bringing it up. Okay, and you're using work and distractions as a way to sort of pull you through this. I'm sorry if my throat's very scratchy. We're dead in the middle of winter here, and it's showing its effects on my vocal cords. Yeah, you're distracting yourself at work with work. So we have the Tower in reverse, which is good news, Aries. It's good news, I promise. And what that is telling you is that those types of situations are over now. There's no more big surprises. Nothing's coming out of the woodworks. You're not going to be shocked, or there's no surprises coming. No bad surprises anyway. That part of your life is over. So whatever this situation was, what I'm getting from this Tower is that it was like divine intervention. So while it may not have been what you wanted, it was what you needed, and it's going to be moving you to something that's in your best interest. Okay, we're going to go one more from this deck, and all my decks will be linked below, along with information on how to book a reading, how to go about that. So if you want to book a reading, just simply pay the PayPal, send me an email with your questions, and I think at the moment I'm doing a 5-day turnaround, but I'm getting them out a lot quicker thanks to lockdown. All right, we'll go one more. Oh, no, Spirit's got other ideas. We've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have the Lovers in reverse. Now, for a long time, what I'm getting is you were making decisions on what you thought would feel good in the moment and not what would be best for you long term. So I think with these decisions that you were making, or sort of I don't think you were even making them. I think you were just along with the ride and sort of not making your own decisions. Just like, oh, we're going left, well, we're going left. It was the difference between short-term discomfort and long-term happiness. So while this situation you were in was not going to lead to long-term happiness, for the short term you weren't going to be uncomfortable. And this could have been if it was a job that you've moved on from. You were worried about being, you know, able to pay your bills and all the general things we need to do to live. If it was a partner, it could be like, yeah, well, I don't want to spend summer alone or winter alone. Or he's going to, she or he, or there's going to be a massive argument. I don't want to deal with those things. So it just felt easier, but it wasn't in your best interest and in your long-term happiness. So, okay, this is really interesting. We've got Judgment in reverse, and we've got Page of Cups in reverse. And I feel like what's happening right now is in this sort of situation of pulling back. You're sort of running a lot through your head. Sorry, Aries. And you're almost thinking, seeing the situation for the time that you had gone through it, and these red flags are coming up. Oh, why didn't I do this? And that's really out of character for me. And why wouldn't I have said this at the time? And why did I agree to this? Spirit saying, stop judging yourself, that whatever situation you went through, you had to go through it at the time, whether it's out of character or you were just, whatever it was, you had to sort of be in that situation to learn the lessons that you're going to learn from this. And you may have already figured out what those lessons are. And if you haven't, that's okay. Sometimes we don't need to know everything. We just sort of go along and then wake up 6 months later and think, wow, I've really grown since 6 months ago. Or sometimes that happens after a week. Sometimes you think, wow, I was a completely different person last week. How did this happen? It's just life, and that's the game of life. Okay, we've got the Balance card come up. We have the Knight of Cups. Spirit. Sorry. So we have, okay. So we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So there is somebody or something or a situation that throws you off balance. Maybe it's exciting when you're first in it and it feels great, but after a week or so, you start to realize your routines are out, you're feeling a little anxious, things aren't working right, and it becomes this domino effect. Spirit's saying walk away from it. Just walk away, because while what's in front of you might be making you feel really uncomfortable and you're worried about that short-term discomfort and you're sort of feeling the pinch of not being in the situation, especially if you're hermiting at the moment, Spirit's saying let it go. Let it go. It will work in your favor. Especially if you're battling in your mind. If you're battling in your mind of, or even subconsciously, you know, when you do that thing where you're like, I'm never doing that again, only to find yourself sort of in the back of your mind thinking about that situation, or thinking about that person, or going over the argument over and over and over again, and sort of trying to justify yourself in your head as to your behavior and what you would say to that person. And sometimes this is subconscious, you're not even realizing you're doing it, but if you stop and listen to your thoughts, it's there. Spirit's saying, don't do that to yourself anymore. That situation is over. The worst of it is over. If you need to battle it out inside your head to get through it and to heal it, go for it. Like, it's not the end of the world. But be wary of it at the very least. Be wary of how much space that something or someone, just basically anything external, can take up inside your head without paying rent. Be wary of that. And the more you pay attention to it, the more you'll realize that you want better, you need better, and you deserve better. Okay. Aries. That is the reading. It was heavy. It was heavy, so what we'll do is we'll pull a music oracle. One jumped out straight away. Okay, we have Lou Reed. And what's he saying? Survive your own war. Learn to walk hand in hand with magic and loss. I think that's perfect, that learn to walk hand in hand with magic and loss, because it kind of speaks to this situation. It's ended, it's tragic, you feel hurt, you feel lost, all those type of things, and I can only imagine what you're feeling. But in that is magic, in that is change and regrowth and a whole new path for you. So learn to feel the pain, but explore where this change can take you. Okay, Aries, on that note, I will let you be, and I will see you next week.